Nottingham Forest stun FA Cup holders Leicester City amid violent scenes at City Ground. It says everything about the special feeling swirling around the City Ground at the moment that Nottingham Forest fans stayed en masse after the final whistle. They wanted to savour every moment of this majestic performance that knocked out the FA Cup holders and confirmed the renaissance in red under the inspirational Steve Cooper. Forest's head coach marched towards a still-packed Trent End 10 minutes after another famous win and delivered 3 celebratory air punches, Jurgen Klopp style. And thousands still stayed on. It was like nobody wanted to leave the stadium because they are keen to bask in every moment of what could prove a historic season. Their hearts beating faster, Forest fans sense the pride returning in their team and want to appreciate every second, even the sight of players emerging for touchline interviews. Supporters could already see that Forest were heading in the right direction under Cooper, but few could have anticipated that the journey included the road to Wembley. Forest now face Huddersfield Town in the 5th round at the City Ground. Forest are one of the great clubs of English football, and reminders of their history are all around the ground, the signs of the 2 European Cups, the stands named after Brian Clough and Peter Taylor. Now they have a new generation to admire, young talents such as Brennan Johnson, son of David, their former striker. Johnson ripped Leicester's left flank to blue and white shreds and was named man of the match. Others in red also presented substantial claims for such an honor. Cooper has so many of his players delivering because the 3-4-1-2 system suits them and because he empowers them. There is dynamism and discipline, both in tactics and temperament. Johnson was assisted by the outstanding Jed Spence, on loan from Middlesbrough, and such a huge prospect at 21 that he is surely only on loan to the Championship. Spence, like Johnson, deserves to be gracing the Premier League. Philip Zinckernagel also played a big role in this humiliation of the holders, and so tormented the visitors that Wilfred Ndidi could respond only by kicking him. Keinan Davis caused Leicester's defence endless problems with his strength and movement. Joe Worrall will not win many sprint races, but he will not be beaten for sheer determination. Worrall is a gutsy leader, a good reader of the game, and his players followed his example. The road to Wembley could conceivably prove a dual carriageway. Forest are 2 points off the playoffs, having been bottom when Cooper arrived in September. They are a club looking to the future under the ambitious Cooper while not repeating the mistakes of the past, notably the excessive outlay on wages. Forest's respected chief executive, Dane Murphy, works hard on that, and the club used the loan market well. It helps that other managers want to lend to Cooper, knowing their players will be improved. This was as emphatic from Forest as it was embarrassing from Leicester. The holders went out with a whimper, with one of their fans appearing to throw punches at Davis, which has led to an FA investigation, and with other supporters swiftly taking to social media to question their manager, Brendan Rodgers. Leicester had worked so hard to claim the trophy last season, so to surrender it so softly was galling, especially in front of their chairman, Iowa Topsrivet Hanapraba. Leicester were so poor, lacking urgency in midfield and attack and lacking any composure or concentration in defense. Daniel Amartey was an accident waiting to happen, and it happened more than once. Ndidi's body language was alarmingly negative. Rodgers has plenty of work to do to reinvigorate a dispirited side and appease the mutinous sections of the fanbase. It will be interesting to see how Rodgers' criticism of his players' hunger levels goes down in the dressing room. He was right, but it is a gamble. Rodgers is a good manager, who masterminded the FA Cup triumph, and has been unfortunate to be stymied by so many injuries, including to Wesley Fofana on the eve of the season. Calls for his dismissal are patently premature, but he could do without a real skewering by his old club, Liverpool, at Anfield on Thursday. His players never showed the appetite to deal with the storm blowing in off the Trent, bringing 3 goals in 9 minutes. Taking a ball touched back by the adventurous Spence after 23 minutes, Johnson crossed to the far post. Davis rose above James Justin, never an equal contest, and headed back across for Zinckernagel to turn in. A red flare was thrown by some idiot in the home section, spewing out flames and fumes, and requiring prompt action from a brave steward. Within 24 seconds Forest doubled their lead. Their pressing and hunger for the ball set the tone again. Under pressure, Amartey did not look back, did not see the lurking Johnson and tried to pass to his goalkeeper, Danny Ward. Johnson darted in, took a touch, waited for Ward to commit himself and then calmly stroked the ball in through the goalkeeper's leg. Leicester's defending was shambolic, and it got worse. When Forest won another corner, Leicester fans refused to return the ball, the longest anyone in blue had held on to it. James Garner eventually curled the corner in, and Worrall escaped from Ndidi far too easily to send a header past Ward and in. The Hucknall-born, simply red centre-back ran in front of Leicester fans, laughing at them. One fan clambered over the hoardings and appeared to throw some punches. Stewards intervened, marching him away and, if the authorities have any sense, away from football. Leicester acted quickly, saying the perpetrator would be banned for life. The increase in incidents involving violent fans needs tackling properly. It is only a minority, but it is a malevolent one. Forest were in control, but then gifted Leicester a goal with 5 minutes of the half remaining. Harvey Barnes broke down the left and redirected the move inside to James Maddison, who bent the ball down the channel to Kelechi Iheanacho. Forest's goalkeeper, Bryce Samba, flew out precipitously, allowing Iheanacho to touch the ball past him and then score from a tight angle. Any hope that Leicester had of keeping their grip on the trophy disappeared just after the hour, when Spence exchanged passes with Zinckernagel and then caressed the ball with the outside of his right foot past Ward. Spence slid in celebration towards a corner flag in front of a raucous Trent End. No wonder they stayed on, reveling in their team's revival. Nottingham Forest, B Samba 5, J Worrall 7, S Cook 7, S McKenna 7, D Spence 9, R Yates 8, J Garner 8, M Lowe 8, P Zinckernagel 8, B Johnson 9, K Davis 8.